Okay, so we've got some primer on the metal at the moment, so that's been all sanded down from the rust, and the surface has been just scuffed over lightly just to sort of give it a key for the paint. And this area here where the mechanism is still a bit tight, but it does move now. It needed a hammer before, and I had to replace the screws there because they'd been taken out. And the person who used to have this table was the same person who used to live in the house and didn't believe in buying screws. They just took it off things that existed. So ready now just to pop some gloss paint or some, satin paint on here, and on the legs I'll use the same colour. And then I'm just going to put some cream on the back of here, just fairly straightforward cream satin paint, just so that it kind of covers up the mess that's there already. And then once that's done, I'll turn it over and then finish the top. Okay. Bye. Okay, so far where I am with this is I have painted the bottom of the table underneath, and also the legs, which you can see have obviously been done. And I've also, it's not easy to see, but I've also put a wash of the same cream satin wood paint on the wood. It's sort of lightened the wood slightly without obscuring the grain or anything like that. I was going to sand this back to reveal the wood grain after putting a much thicker coat of paint on, but then when I actually did it, I watered it down, and I think you might agree that the effect is much nicer than it might have been anyway. If I sanded this back any further, what it might do is actually reveal some of the newer wood underneath, which would have been paler and more yellow, and I didn't really want to introduce too much yellow into the wood colour, because I quite like the way that this matches with some of the colour tones within the room. So sometimes with crafts you have to know when not to do the thing you were originally planning to do. So yes, my original plan was to put either blue, which I decided not to do, or a white paint on here and then sand it back. Decided not to do that, and now I've just put the wash across here. You still get some nice differences in colour. It looks much darker on here than it actually does to the naked eye, but what I'm going to do now is just put the clear satin varnish over the top, and that'll just finish the table basically. So we're back inside, unfortunately, because it's a bit of a miserable day outside, but so yes, next stage is just to put this final layer of varnish on top, and that finishes the table. So I shall show you again. It might not look as much different once I've got the varnish on, but I'll show you again when it's varnished. Okay, so that's now got a coat of varnish on. As you can see, it's quite shiny now, but obviously this is a satin varnish. This will dry a lot less shiny than it is now. So I think it'll probably take a good 2, maybe 3 coats of varnish to give this a nice surface, and I'll do a bit of sanding in between, just if there's any rough bits where there might be air bubbles or anything like that. But I like that, it gives it a nice look, and I'll show you the finished result when I've got that done. Right, see you later.